I'm checking the firearm with this one. Oh,
Got the call, about to hop on the flight. Whoa. It's a lot though.
I'm checking the firearm with this one too.
Oh, you don't need to be over here.
This the wrong side?
Man.
Over here? Alright, for sure.
I'm so sorry.
It's cool, I got time.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm checking this bag in. I got a firearm to check in too.
Where you going today?
Miami.
Same man, it goes in the bag on top of the firearm case. Yeah, oh yeah.
Alright, I'm good then. I'll keep the digit.
54 for the gate.
Okay, alright, thank you. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Alright, for sure. Alright. So that wasn't that bad. They just basically asked where you going just to make sure you could transfer the firearm to the next state. Then you just pay for the check-in bag. You got to make sure you got a lock case. Then when you pick it up, have the ID. Like, it really ain't a bad process. I just wanted to pick up a gun lock. I'm getting a gun lock. Gun lock? Yeah. Thank you. All right, appreciate you. Lock it up. Whoa. Damn, dude, this shit locked like regular. I hope this can come. Drill a hole in this thing. There ain't no bullets though, so I don't know. Don't say y'all learned this from me. Damn, I don't know. Let me see. It's a lock though, so. Cause that bitch technically still. Gotta pour water out at the airport. I don't know what you can put in water. Why can't water be on the airport? Vodka, Tito's? Cause that's what's gonna be up in there for sure. Boy, I brought that Glock on the plane, and I got the love letter to come with it too, though. Yeah, got that glizz in here. I used to see military veterans bringing their rifles and stuff on the plane, and I always thought that was dope. Now I get to do it because I got the license. Let me know if you got any questions. Have you ever brought one, or have you ever thought about it, or are you scared to do it? Let's talk about it in the comments. I had this on the plane and almost went to jail for. TSA walked up to me and was like, you about to go to jail unless you toss this. And then I'm all goofy and junk to my, well, can I at least keep the magazine and throw the bullets out? He like, hey, bro. And then I'm like, never mind, keep it. Getting on the flight, I'm getting ready to go somewhere, and I didn't even think about it. I'm thinking I cleared everything out, but I forgot to check my book bag. Normally, I just have stuff in my book bag, like laptop and stuff. I don't know how I got through. I got through the metal detectors. I get on the plane, and I'm flying. And then, like, all of a sudden, on my way back, from LA to Detroit, that's when they opened it up and was like, what's this? Man, they pull out a ruler clip. Y'all remember when King Von was like, got a Glock, what a ruler clip? What? Man, look, and I ain't gonna lie, I missed that clip. I want to get another one. It was a 30 round. But for the most part, would you have took that risk and just been like, nah, I'm about to stand on it, I want my clip back? Or do you think TSA really could have locked me up for that? Like, I ain't never been through nothing like that before. And I'm genuinely curious, like, did I get lucky? Could I have kept the magazine if they threw the bullets away? My cousin said he did that one time. I don't know. Let's talk about it in the comments to let me know.
TSA agents found cattle prods hidden in a guitar case. For those of you that don't live in Wyoming or Montana, or maybe you just hate the TV show Yellowstone, a cattle prod is a stick with electrodes on the end, which is used to make cattle move through a relatively high voltage, low current electric shock. In this case, the passenger was allowed to repack them in his checked luggage. But there's no question what one could do on a plane with cattle prods. I certainly wouldn't want my ex to get a hold of these. Number 14 was a handgun inside.
They could tase a pilot though. I ain't gonna lie, they could tase a pilot, but still, like, bro.
PlayStation. This is taking Grand Theft Auto to the next level. At Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia, TSA agents showed real ingenuity. What could have easily slipped by as a PlayStation accessory or just a jumble of electronics was noticed by TSA agents. Lead TSA officer Theodosia White, who was working with the overnight shift, said, I didn't see a mass in the game system, I just noticed that it looked odd. The man was attempting to bring the gun back to California. And it goes without saying,
illegal to bring guns in Cali, that's why it's illegal. Let's say if it was a legal gun he was bringing back to Cali. That right there will still get you messed up. Let's say if it was 100% legal and it was registered, the fact that he flew to Cali with it, that'd mess him up.
He was detained for questioning. Number 13, although it happened just recently, harkens back to the good old 80s. Remember scrunchies? Well, at Boise Airport in Idaho, nothing seemed amiss, other than the outdated hairwear. Inside the scrunchies, however, were drugs. This was no 80s party. Or maybe it was meant to be an 80s party with coke and bizarre fashion. TSA agents were certainly detail-oriented and suspected that something was amiss. After a pat-down, they realized that these were no ordinary scrunchies.
How did he find it?
Number
That's
12
crazy.
is
What
a
up, the
knife
dogs?
inside of a laptop.
Dang,
Unless
they
you
not
forked
playing.
over the $78 and got yourself on the TSA pre-check list, you have likely been forced to take your laptop out of your bag while sending
Y'all
your
don't do that no
luggage down the dreaded conveyor belt. While passengers moan and groan, slowing down the line as they fish through their bags to pull out their laptops. At Richmond Airport in Virginia, one laptop was worth the added search. In this instance, the TSA agent saw what appeared to be a knife, but after searching through his contents, they could not find one, which was odd since even a layperson could see the knife clear as day on the screen. Luckily, the agents didn't let it go,
That's how they
and
found
after
my
further
30-round clip.
investigation,
I had it
they
by mistake,
found a
though.
knife concealed inside his laptop.
Dang.
The man initially denied knowing there was a knife in his computer, but eventually confessed. There didn't seem to be intent to commit a crime, unless you count the cost to check a bag as a crime. Apparently, he was just avoiding the added cost of checking a bag, where he could have stored his knife legally.
Okay.
Number 11
Come on, bro,
was
that's
found
goofy.
at JFK
That's goofy.
International
That's
Airport
goofy.
in New York City.
It ain't even
No
worth
offense.
it, bro. It ain't even
but
worth
if you're
it.
paying more than $30,
It's not worth like going and getting the risk and could go to jail for that. Like if they want it to be like that, like it
Amazon
ain't worth
for
it. Just
car
check that
insurance?
bag in, bro.
It's hard to imagine that every
fees
item on
are
this
crazy.
list isn't found at
Is that Warren
JFK.
G the rapper? Bro, who still wear this on their chin? Don't do that.
Given its sheer size and plethora of international flights. But this one was unique, even for JFK. A
did
peanut
you
butter
see that boy
handgun
fade? Hold on, my
in
bad,
several
yo.
jars of peanut butter. But this one was
Oh, man,
unique.
What's up with they, bro? That fade is crazy. These two probably thinking they getting all the ladies. Look at that dog. And that fro messed up. Like, I don't care. Yeah, he black, but that fro messed up, bro. He could have got the taper, put some water in it, brushed his hands through it, and got the
Even
like,
for
nappy look.
JFK, a peanut butter handgun. In several jars of peanut butter, agents found the disassembled parts of a handgun. Maybe the passengers were hoping that the TSA agents had a peanut allergy? Since peanut butter can often read as a liquid or gel, the jars were pulled by agents. The gun's magazine was loaded with bullets, as if just bringing on a gun wasn't enough.
Goofy.
The Rhode Island man was immediately arrested. According to the TSA,
tried, though.
travelers must have the proper permits, declare their weapons, and pack
That's
them
what I
according
did.
to TSA
what I
guidelines
did.
in
I brought
order
the
to
rock.
transport firearms by plane.
Yeah,
The
I
civil
transport.
penalty for attempting to bring undeclared weapons onto a flight can be as high as $15,000, which is far more expensive than the jars of peanut butter.
They would've
and
charged me
likely
$15,000
even the
when
gun.
my clip got
Number
found.
10 was also a gun, but this one was hidden in an even weirder way than peanut butter. It was found inside a raw chicken. This one should really count as 2 on this list, since the raw chicken alone merits a spot on this list. But inside the
Yeah, 'cause
chicken
you can't
was
travel
a
with that, I
gun.
don't think.
This idea wasn't even half-baked, it was raw, TSA officials said in an Instagram post at the time. On November
They
7th,
trying to roast and
2022,
flex,
in
it's
Fort
funny.
Lauderdale Airport, TSA agents were baffled first by a raw piece of meat, and secondly, by what was inside said raw meat. The find led to a string of puns on Instagram, such as, "This was a foul idea," and "What a waste of time." Believe it or
Bro,
not,
they fuck-
according
bro,
to the
they
TSA,
crazy for
fresh
joking
meat,
about that like that.
seafood, and other non-liquid food items are permitted in both carry-on and checked bags, as long as they're packed in ice. But this non-iced chicken had explosive insides. Number 9 is
Oh.
the real-life version of the film Snakes on a Plane. You've probably never
was a
seen
good
the movie, and probably ought not to. But in the Tampa airport in 2023, TSA agents found a 4-foot live boa constrictor. The
Why do people
agency
do that?
says
That's
it
one thing I don't
routinely
get why. They
screens
said somebody
pets,
carried
like
snails in the
emotional
airport.
support peacocks and seeing eye horses. But animals should never be placed in an x-ray machine. It's up to the airline as to whether it will allow a pet on board. The agency says that snakes are given extra scrutiny. If you can imagine being the agent on duty when a thick coil was found
that
inside the
would've been
bag,
crazy.
knowing full well that you had to open it and blindly stick your hands inside the luggage, that day would be my last day as a TSA agent.
Imagine him getting
Number
the
8 is
hand.
more about
This
passenger
area at the hospital.
ingenuity than it is about anything dangerous or living. Unless you are flying on Southwest, checking a bag will likely come with a cost. But not checking a bag means leaving behind any item on the no-fly list, which includes a lot of toiletries that contain liquid or gel. And even if you're flying on
seen that Key and Peele
Southwest,
skit
checking
about
a
the
bag
liquids?
comes with risks like becoming lost or delayed. At Honolulu Airport, however, TSA agents were scratching their heads at a breadfruit. A breadfruit is in the jackfruit family and is found mainly in the South Pacific. So why all the fuss? It was what was inside the fruit. A bottle of baby oil that exceeded 3.4 ounces. This was probably one of the least sinister finds, albeit still not allowed on the plane. The passenger had to discard the oil, but could keep the fruit. Number 7 is fentanyl candy found at Los Angeles International Airport, or LAX. No big deal, just a normal day at LAX Airport. That is until October 19th, 2022, when TSA agents thought they were merely